off. I'm just dropping down to the settings for 1/8, 17.7. Actually, I tweaked it up 0.2 volts. I found that worked a little bit better, but 17.7 worked pretty good too. I'm going to be using this type of a technique. This is just one of many that I like to use for uphill short circuit MIG fillet welds. A series of triangles kind of tracing the front of the puddle. If you think about tracing the front of the puddle, that's what it does basically. It's sort of a teardrop shape, and it keeps the wire in the leading edge of the puddle, and that's where the business end is. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where you get your penetration. If you hang back too far in the puddle, you have problems with short circuit MIG. Again, a nice short stick out will always help things go better. Let's take a look at that. Now it looks pretty decent for vertical uphill, but we are gonna cut and etch it and see exactly how much penetration we got. But I find it helpful to do that right after watching the arc, and I want to slow the arc down here about half speed and just watch the technique again. Come straight across and then come right up into the front edge of the puddle with a short stick out with a series of triangles. That's what I have in my mind's eye anyway, a series of triangles. It might be more like a teardrop shape, but either way, I'm whipping across the middle pretty quick and moving it up in increments to keep the arc in the front of the puddle. All right, a quick swab etch here. And other than a rough shear cut and a little bit of a bad fit up there, you can see it punched in there pretty far past the intersection where the root is. Got a little convexity, definitely. You'll always have that on vertical uphill. But main thing is, it got in there and it was controllable. I also did one where I just bumped the setting down one thickness, and it actually was okay too. Just a little bit more of a crown, more convexity. If you could stand that, you might just want to do that. I tried the same thing on vertical uphill on 1/8 inch thick steel, which I normally wouldn't do, but I just wanted to see if it would work. So I bumped the settings down to, the auto set settings down to 16 gauge. And again, I tweaked the voltage up just a tad, seemed to smooth things out a bit. And ran some passes on 1/8 inch thick steel, a double pass weld. This is the second one. Nice smooth arc, easy to control the puddle. Obviously this is way more weld than you need on 1/8 inch material, but I honestly think this could be a way of schools controlling their budget by just starting off with 1/8 inch. So instead of using 1/4 inch for this same training exercise, you could save half the money just starting off on 1/8 of an inch and then getting the technique down and then going to 1/4 inch just to learn the hotter settings.